Hello, welcome to the Contenders. I'm your host, Bygone. November 5th was a big exam day here in Korea, the Scholastic Aptitude Test. And I know many of your are home students enjoying this weekend with your family and friends. You guys really do deserve a nice break. Let's welcome today's contenders onto our stage. Welcome to our stage. We have the Bygone team, Yoo Ji-hoon and Kim Min-ho. So, why Bygone?
Bygone means past and let's think about bad memory of past and let's forget the bad memory of past and think about bright future.
So let's all dream about a bright future. Yeah. Welcome to our stage and good luck to you. Going against the Bygone team, we have the fine team, sisters Kim Se-hyang and Kim Se-in. You guys have a great reason for choosing fine.
We always look for the fine things in life, and we are very fine to be here today, and we will be fine even if we don't make it to the final round.
Oh, well, good luck to all of you. Let's begin our quiz. Well, we begin with 10 multiple choice questions worth 10 points each. You get 5 seconds to answer per question. If you're not sure, you can call out chance and we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices, make things easier for you. Bygone, you get to choose Q, U, I, or Z.
We will choose U.
We will go with question set U, number 1. In Korea, which call is not free of charge when made from a payphone? 1, 112, 2, 113, 3, 114, 4, 119.
Number 3, 114.
And why not? You know, because it's the telephone directory, right?
Yeah, maybe the operators?
Yeah, it's the directory for telephone numbers. And we go to question 2. Of the following, which is different from the others? 1, PlayStation, 2, Xbox, 3, GameCube, 4, PDA.
Number 4, PDA.
The others are console games. We go to question 3. Of the following, which is not a nocturnal animal? 1, bat, 2, owl, 3, horse, 4, firefly.
Number 3, horse.
How are you finding our questions so far?
It's easy? Quite easy?
Pretty easy. And we go to question 4. Of the following, who won the 2003 Women's World Cup? 1, Sweden, 2, Norway, 3, Germany, 4, USA.
Number 3, Germany.
Are you guys fans?
Yeah, I saw the final game. Yeah.
Did you think it was pretty impressive playing?
Yeah, women's were very, women's game also exciting. Yeah.
We go to question 5. If you decide to wade into the Dead Sea, what country will you have to travel to do this? 1, Jordan, 2, Syria, 3, Israel, 4, Iran.
We will use the chance.
All right, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And Bygone, your final answer, please.
We will choose 1. Are we done?
That was a good guess. We go to question 6. Of the following, which is not an opera by Giacomo Puccini? 1, Madame Butterfly, 2, La Bohème, 3, La Traviata, 4, Tosca. Final answer, please, Bygone team.
We choose number 2.
Actually, it's 3. La Traviata was a Verdi work. Bygone, you end the section with 50 points. And fine, you are left with sets Q, I, and Z. Which will you have?
We would like to choose I.
All right, we will go with question set I, number 1. Of the following, which is not a dish made with noodles? 1, ramen, 2, kebab, 3, spaghetti, 4, naengmyeon.
Number 2, kebab.
And question 2. Of the following, which sport is played on ice? 1, roller skates, 2, skateboard, 3, figure skating, 4, inline skating.
Number 3, figure skating.
Are you big figure skaters?
Well, we used to skate a little as children, but
Not anymore.
And we go to question 3. Of the following, which is not a woodwind instrument? 1, flute, 2, clarinet, 3, oboe, 4, trumpet.
Number 4, trumpet.
Because the trumpet is a brass instrument, and we go to question 4. Of the following, which is not a film based on a novel? 1, Lord of the Rings, 2, Harry Potter, 3, Down with Love, 4, Between Calm and Passion.
okay, we would like to use our chance.
All right, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. Which will you choose?
Number 3, Down with Love.
It is the Renée Zellweger and Ewan McGregor film that's out. Apparently her fashions throughout the film are pretty interesting. And we go to question 5. Which European country entertains tourists with its fado music? 1, Spain, 2, Portugal, 3, Greece, 4, Italy.
Number 2, Portugal.
And we go to question 6. What part of an egg is richest in vitamins? 1, the white part, 2, the yolk, 3, the shell, 4, the membrane. Your answer, please, fine team.
Number 2, the yolk.
Yes, it's correct. Doubting your sister there. Fine with that, you've moved ahead of the Bygone team. We go to question 7 now. Of the following, what is the brightest star in the night sky? 1, Polaris, 2, Sirius, 3, Betelgeuse, and 4, Pollux.
Number 1, Polaris.
Actually, it is the Sirius because it is the 5th closest to the solar system, to the sun. Anyway, with that, fine, you actually end this section ahead. Congratulations. And now for the section where we get to tell how well you work together as a team, we have the passwords. We give you 20 words to go through in 100 seconds. It is a pre-chosen category. And Bygone, if you're ready, please take your position next to me. And your pre-chosen category was science history.
Yes.
And are you into science history?
I'm not really interested, but I major in physics, so I think I can make it well. So I choose it.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
Who made the filament?
Edison.
Newton find the law when this object falls down. This
Newton?
fluid. This fluid falls down.
Apple.
The sun is the center. C.
Copernicus.
The instrument that can see the far away.
Telescope.
Pass. Pass. The sun is the center also. G.
Galileo. Galileo Galilei.
The store the electrics. The instrument store the electrics. Store the electrics. B.
Battery.
3.14 is pass. Radium. C.
Mercury.
The scientist of Joseon Dynasty in Sejong.
장영실.
The instrument can draw circles.
Compass.
Did a pretty good job. You maybe should have waited for your partner to come up with the right answer for 3.14. It's pi, right? Yeah. Well, you passed on barometer and Dalton, but you did a great job. You end this section with 140 points. And fine, now it's your turn. Your category is famous J people. Do you have a favorite J person?
Michael Jackson. I don't know.
Thriller?
Yep.
Ready?
Yes.
Go.
Warrior and Saint of France.
Joan of the Arc.
Rolling Stones.
Mick Jagger.
The Giant.
James Dean.
Harrison Ford.
Indiana Jones.
Son of God.
Jesus Christ.
The famous Playboy.
Don Juan.
The fashion icon, the first name.
Jacqueline Kennedy. Onassis.
Ulysses.
James Joyce.
Chicago Bulls.
Michael Jordan.
The cute girl on TV. She's in very many commercials. And her father is also an actor. The Korean girl. Her Korean name stands for land in English. Pass. The last name of the cult leader is Jim, and the first name is Katie's sister, who is Daewon's friend.
Nora James.
Another last
Nora
name.
Jackson.
No. The Welsh singer's last name.
Nora Jones.
Right. Pretty Woman.
Julia Roberts.
Hong Kong actor.
Jackie Chan.
The man who stole the candlesticks.
Jean Valjean.
President of France.
You moved through this list pretty quickly. You didn't quite get to Jacques Chirac, but her name actually is for country, right? 장나라 was the cute girl that we were going for. Bygone, it was a great effort on your part, but fine, you are still in the lead with 190 points. And now let's welcome Mr. David Hwang onto our stage.
How are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm feeling very pink today.
I can see it.
Yes.
Very rosy.
Thank you very much. Is it becoming of me?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Okay, thank you. I'll believe you. Anyways, though, the rules of this next section, shall we? This next section is a round of non-multiple choice questions. The first team to buzz in will get the first chance to answer. But if you get that chance wrong, that chance will be given over to the other team. Now, you guys are lucky here on the Contenders, and why do you ask? Is because if you guys get the question wrong or neither team knows, we are kind enough to give you the help of a spelling hint. All right? So there's 15 questions in all, 30 points per question, and 5 seconds to answer each one. All right?
Very easy. Let's have question number 1.
All right, question number 1 is about country. Last month, this country's prince has effectively renounced his right of succession to the throne after the government refused to support his forthcoming marriage.
Bygone.
Netherlands.
They didn't want to hear the end of the question.
They didn't want to give, they didn't want you to finish the question at all. They were just going through. Yeah, but we had this in the news that he wanted to marry the activist, and he's going to go ahead no matter what the country says.
Love conquers all, I guess.
Let's go to question 2.
All right, question 2 is about crime. In the future, doing this in Korea may cost you a fine of 1 million won maximum or a maximum 1 year in prison. In law, it is defined as the crime of harassing somebody with persistent and inappropriate attention. This often happens to celebrities or well-recognized people.
Bygone.
Stalking.
And with that, Bygone, you have moved into the lead, 200 versus fines, 190. This is a section with lots of points. It's a very close game. Let's go to the next question.
Question 3 is about celebrity. Last month, this sports star has given her strongest hint yet that she will not return to top-level tennis. The 22-year-old has managed only 5 tournament wins this year due to chronic back injury. Who is this Russian athlete famous?
Bygone.
Anna Kournikova.
I hear that she wants to go into broadcasting.
Is that right? Well, I think that's good for her. And it's hard, I guess, keep top-level performance in tennis up when you have that prettiness. Okay, never mind.
Let's go to the next question.
All right. Question number 4 is about place. A court in Rome has cleared a woman of stealing coins tossed for luck into one of the city's most famous tourist spots. The city has not welcomed the decision as the coins are normally collected by the Catholic charity Caritas to help AIDS patients. People started throwing coins into this since the 18th century in the belief that this would ensure their revisit to Rome. What is this?
Fine.
The Trevi Fountain.
And fine, you're catching up. 220 versus Bygone's 230-point lead. Let's go with 5.
Question 5 is about entertainment. On October 11th, France commemorated the 40th anniversary of the deaths of its leading cultural icons of the century. The anniversary has sparked a string of cultural events throughout France, including a free exhibition of her life at the Paris Town Hall, which is being held until January 31st, 2004. One of her most memorable tunes that gained her worldwide fame is La Vie en Rose. Who is she?
Fine.
Edith Piaf.
And fine, you have the lead now, 250 versus Bygone's 230. Very exciting. Let's go to the next question.
Next question, number 6, is about issue. There was no chance of students getting drunk at a bar on the University of Nebraska-Lincoln campus. The bar was serving bottled blank, not booze. Students inhale this, scented with one of 12 aromas, including lavender, vanilla, and strawberry. It is the most plentiful element in the Earth's crust. Its most important compound is water. What is blank?
Fine.
Perfume.
Bygone, 5 seconds. Bygone.
Oxygen.
It was an oxygen bar that they were having. And let's go to question 7.
All right, question 7 is about word. This word originated in the late 20th century from Brazilian Portuguese, literally a beating, a lashing. It is an athletic erotic dance originated in Brazil in which partners hold each other close.
Fine.
Tango.
Bygone, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
It is an athletic erotic dance originated in Brazil in which partners hold each other close and gyrate their hips in unison. It also refers to a Brazilian dance music that became internationally popular in 1989. What is this?
Bygone, 5 seconds. Bygone?
Jive.
Well, why don't we take a look at the hint? Bygone.
Lambada.
Let's go on to question 8.
Okay, question number 8 is about art. The origins of this word are not clear. It may have been derived from Portuguese or Spanish to indicate an irregularly shaped pearl. The word itself does not accurately define or even approximate the meaning of the style to which it refers. It was the extravagant style of art and architecture that dominated Europe during most of the 17th century. What is this?
Fine.
Rococo.
Bygone, 5 seconds. Bygone.
Baroque.
Yes. And the Portuguese form would be Barroco and Spanish, Barroco. But yes, it is Baroque that we were looking for. Rococo came after Baroque. And let's go to question 9.
Question 9 is about sport. During the 2003 American League Championship Series, Tim Wakefield, the pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, defeated the Yankees with this during the first and fourth match. It is a slow pitch with little spin and unpredictable flight, produced by releasing the ball from the blank and the thumb or the tips of 2 or 3 fingers. What is this?
What is this? Why don't we take a look at the hint? Bygone.
Knuckle Ball.
Yes, it is the Knuckle Ball. Bygone, you are increasing your lead, 350 versus Fine's 250. We have many questions left, though. Let's see what happens with our next one.
By the way, that knuckle ball, if you ever see it, it's an amazing pitch because they throw it like full arm strength, but the ball doesn't spin. So because the ball doesn't spin, it like moves everywhere. So that's why hitters have a hard time hitting it. But the problem with the knuckleball is that if you guess in the right spot, you can really kill that ball. And that's what happened actually in Game 7. It went into extra innings, and Tim Wakefield, he threw a knuckleball that this guy got a hold of and hit a home run, and the Yankees won that Game 7. I don't know if you remember that, but anyways, okay?
Oh, thanks for that lesson.
Okay, you guys feel better now? Okay. All right, let's move on to question number 10, and it's about health. Researchers say that the vast majority of these patients taking the latest combination treatments, highly active antiretroviral therapy, or HAART, survive at least a decade. This is an infectious agent that causes acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, AIDS, a disease that leaves a person vulnerable to life-threatening infections. What is blank?
Fine.
HIV.
Yes. Human immunodeficiency virus. We would have taken that as well. Fine, you are catching up. 280 versus Bygone's 350 lead. Let's go to the next question.
Good game, good game. Number 11 is about writer. The rare manuscripts by this author are to be auctioned for charity in the UK. The handwritten works belong to his last surviving child who died in 1997. They will be sold by Christie's in London on 19 November in aid of RAF groups and other forces charities. Who is this author, creator of Sherlock Holmes?
Fine.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
I'm glad you remembered despite your sisterly nudging.
It was on the tip of your tongue. You would have kicked yourself if it didn't come out. Glad
You're catching up. 310 versus Bygone's 350. Bygone, I encourage you to buzz in and take a dare anyway. Let's go to the next question.
Okay, 12 is about city. Recently, a group of 15 skydivers jumped into the record books by parachuting off China's tallest building, the Jinmao Tower in Shanghai. But they did not beat an earlier record set by 59 daredevils from 16 countries who dove from a platform on the 73rd floor of the world's highest building, the 88-story Petronas Towers in this city. This is the capital of Malaysia.
Bygone.
Kuala Lumpur.
Pretty impressive feat to just jump off, don't you think? Would
Yeah,
you
but-
ever do that?
Oh,
Never.
Exactly. Those are records not worth having. Such as the one with all the, what's the free diving one where they go underwater holding your breath? That's another record not worth having.
Well, it's pretty impressive anyway.
It's impressive, but at least for me, it's not worth having. How's that? No more offense to anybody.
And question 13, please.
Okay. Question 13 is about person. Recently, China is renovating this person's grave to attract more tourists. China decided to complete the first step of the construction, which will cost 200 million yuan by the end of this year. He is the Mongolian warrior ruler, one of the most famous conquerors of history, who consolidated tribes into a unified Mongolia and then...
Bygone.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan is the guy we are going for. And now we've come to question 14.
Question 14 is about company. This company, on October 16th, launched the long-awaited Windows-compatible version of its iTunes online music service, promising a wider library of songs and new features to maintain its lead in an increasingly competitive market. The company co-founder and chief executive is Steve Jobs. What is this company?
Fine.
Apple?
Apple computers. And now we've come to our last question already.
Last question is about organization. Last month, this organization launched its Elite Rapid Reaction Force, a prototype unit that will eventually become a 20,000-member force able to deploy in short notice anywhere in the world. For most of its 54-year history, it focused on the Soviet threat to Europe and was the primary Western alliance during the Cold War.
Fine.
NATO.
The North Atlantic Treaty Organization was what we were going for. Despite that great answer, Bygone, you win and go to the finals. Congratulations. It was great to have you sisters on our show. Now, I know you have supporters back home. What do you want to say?
Thank you to our family and friends. And I'd like to say I love you to Mingi and I love you, Jiwon.
It was very exciting to participate, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for joining us today. Bygone team, well, you know what you're going to go against, the JJ, right? The JJ team.
Right.
How are you feeling?
It's not nervous as I expected.
Really?
Yeah,
That's good.
but JJ is a strong team, so yeah, I'm afraid of that.
All right. We'll be right back with the Bygone team after this. Final round. Let's welcome back the JJ team. Welcome back, JJ, Kim Jae-eun, and Cho Eun-young. It's great to have you back here. This is your attempt for number 6 in a row. So what do your friends say so far?
Well, we did well.
Oh, feeling good today, are we?
Well, my friend said we did well.
Ah,
They didn't say aloha.
all right. So you guys are up for a great game. Good luck, all of you. Let's begin our final section. Now, in our final round, we'll be giving you 5 categories of questions, 5 questions each, worth 10 to 50 points. If you get one right, you can choose the next question, and you don't have to choose them in the order that they're given, meaning you can choose 30 before 10, okay? What are today's categories?
Today's categories are Remember November, Our Bodies, Sharp and Flat, Who Said It, Sfx Trivia, which is Special Effects Trivia.
And Sharp and Flat. are on music. So I will choose first. I will choose Remember November for 10 points. What creature of the zodiac covers the first part of November? This sign of the zodiac are animals that have an elongated body and segmented curved tail, tipped with a venomous stinger. Grasping finger-like first appendages are Bygone.
Scorpion.
And I think the correct way to say is appendages. I'm sorry about that. Appendages would be the better way.
It's okay. I'm a Scorpio, by the way. Fighting Scorpios.
And Bygone, it's good to see you on the board. You get to choose.
Yeah, Remember November for 20 points, please.
Remember November, 20 points. This started to come down on November 9th, 1989. This was first erected on the night of August 12 to 13, 1961, as a result of a decree passed on August 12th by the East German Volkskammer, or the People's Chamber. The original, built of barbed wire and cinder blocks, was subsequently replaced by a series of concrete walls. It stood as the vivid symbol of the Cold War for nearly 30 years. What is this, JJ?
Berlin Wall?
And JJ, have you been to Germany since the wall came down?
Yes, I have been to Germany, but not Berlin.
Oh, not Berlin. So you never got to see the site?
No.
You didn't get to buy one of those little pieces? And JJ, you get to choose.
Remember November for 30, please.
Remember November, 30 points. This important 20th century figure was born on November 30th, 1874. He was born in Blenheim Palace, Oxfordshire, and in England. With Franklin D. Roosevelt and Joseph Stalin, he then shaped the Allied strategy. JJ.
Winston Churchill?
Yes. He was the prime minister that led the British people during the World War II.
You know that there's that question that people always ask, if you could have dinner with anybody in history, who would it be? And I think for me, Winston Churchill probably might be one of those guys.
Really?
Yeah, the guy
Who would you choose?
Was an interesting guy, to say the least.
Casanova?
Casanova. Wow.
That's a date. That's
Yeah.
not just dinner.
All right, let's keep this to a family rating, okay?
Yeah.
And so, JJ, what do we have next?
Remember November for 40, please.
Remember November? 40 points.
I'm sorry about that, by the way.
In this country, November 15th is a very important holiday. On November 15th of 1889, this country dropped its system of monarchy and became a republic. It is the country of South America, covering nearly half the continent's total land area. It borders every country in South America, with the exception of Ecuador and Chile. JJ.
Argentina?
Bygone, it's your chance to answer. Bygone?
Brazil.
Yeah. De Silva is the head of the country now. With that, Bygone, you have even the score, 50 across the board. You get to choose.
Remember November for 50 points.
Closing the category, remember November, 50 points. The first meeting of this organization was held in Geneva on November 15th, 1920, with 42 nations represented. It is an organization for international cooperation established at the initiative of the victorious Allied powers at the end of World War I. The last meeting was held on April 8, 1946. At that time, it was superseded by the United Nations, UN. What is this organization that was later superseded by the UN? So pre-UN, the Allied winners made this. 42 nations were represented here. 5 seconds, both teams. We were looking for League of Nations. I'll choose. I will go with Sfx Trivia for 10 points. Special effects makeup can become even more effective with the help of computer graphics. In this film, the Sfx crew had to incorporate actor Robert Patrick's football injury limp in their animation of the cyborg. Also, a good example of special makeup used with computer graphics is when the shape-shifting cyborg is wounded in the face and parts of the metallic substance is exposed. Now, it was produced in 1991. And, JJ?
Terminator 2?
Yes. Terminator 2 was Judgment Day, and we saw that very interesting cyborg with a... Anyway. JJ, you got the lead. 60 versus Bygone's 50. Very close game. We've got lots of points on the board. What do you want to have?
Sharp and flat for 10 points, please.
Sharp and flat, 10 points. Beethoven composed his third, or Eroica, symphony in honor of this person. JJ?
Napoleon.
Yes, Napoleon I, or Napoleon Bonaparte. And later, when he proclaimed himself emperor, he got mad, Beethoven that is, and scrapped that and said to the memory of a great man. And JJ, you get to choose.
Sharp and flat for 20, please.
Sharp and flat, 20 points. Although this song is usually attributed to the national poet of Scotland, Robert Burns, it was known at least a century before he published it in 1796. One of his letters say, quote, "It is the old song of the olden times, which has never been in print." JJ.
Old Lang Syne?
Yes, that's right. The words literally mean old long since or old long ago. And this is the song that we sing at the end of the year or when friends go away. Bygone, you know, to go against the JJ team, you've just got to take the chance and buzz in quickly. JJ, you got to choose.
Continue the same category for 30.
All right. Sharp and flat, 30 points. Let's listen to the music first. Famous composers Scarlatti and Chopin were inspired by this animal. When Scarlatti's... JJ.
A dog, puppy.
Bygone, it's your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. When Scarlatti's this struck certain notes on the keys of his harpsichord with its paws, he proceeded to write the blanks fugue. While Chopin was composing a waltz, his this ran across the keys of the piano, amusing Chopin so much that he tried for the same sounds in what is called the... And Bygone?
Cat.
Yes. The cat ran across his keyboard. Piano board. And with that, Bygone, you're just 10 points behind JJ's lead. You get to choose.
Sfx Trivia, 20 points. Please.
Sfx Trivia, 20 points. The most commonly used special makeup in horror films is, of course, fake blood. A fairly realistic prop blood for stage or screen can be made from Caro syrup and this. Mix it up. JJ?
Ketchup.
Bygone, it's your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. Mix enough of this in the syrup to produce a nice deep blood red. Adding photographer's wetting agent at about 1 capful per cup helps to improve the flow of the blood as well as allowing it to soak more realistically into clothing and other fabric. What is this? Bygone, 5 seconds. Bygone?
Sugar?
We're looking for coloring dye, food coloring. So, nothing to eat. In any case, I will choose, why don't we go with, Our Bodies, 10 points.
Our Bodies for 10 points. The blank of your eyes can give clues to your emotions that the other person can see them. If you are trying to bargain for something you want very much, wear dark glasses, for this may dilate when you show interest and you may end up paying a higher price for the merchandise.
JJ.
Pupil?
Yes. Don't think you're going to see many people wearing sunglasses to their shopping experience, right? Make prices cheaper. Anyway, JJ, you get to choose.
Sharp and flat for 40, please.
Sharp and flat, 40 points. This musician was born on March 7th, 1875 in France. His most influential teacher was the French composer Gabriel Fauré. Because of the tonal color, harmonies, mood, and extra musical associations of much of his music, he is often associated with Claude Debussy. He is noted for his musical craftsmanship and perfection of form and style in such works as Bolero. Who? JJ.
Ravel.
Yes. He is recognized as a great modern French composer. Are you big fans of Ravel's work?
Not really.
Not really? You don't
I prefer Berlioz.
I really kind of enjoy the Ravel's. Yeah. Thank you for that little version. And JJ, you get to choose.
50, please.
All right. Sharp and flat, 50 points. This has given trouble to music historians concerned with word origins, because within a century after its known applications to music in the early 1500s, it had acquired two meanings that would seem to be mutually exclusive. One meaning, still current in Italian, is that of agreement. The other is that of competing or contesting from Latin. It is an instrumental work for orchestra that highlights a soloist or group of soloists. JJ.
Concerto?
Yes. A favorite is Bach's Brandenburg concertos. And JJ, you get to choose.
Our Bodies for 20, please.
Our Bodies, 20 points.
The blank of the human digestive process is very strong. It is a corrosive that can easily eat its way through a cotton handkerchief and even through the iron of an automobile body. Yet it does not endanger the walls of the stomach, which are protected by a film of sticky mucus. It is produced in the stomach, where it initiates the digestion of protein cysts. What is this?
And JJ.
Chloric acid.
And Bygone, it's your chance to answer. 5 seconds. Bygone?
Stomach acid.
Actually, we were looking for hydrochloric acid or muriatic acid is what we would have taken. Let's take a look at Who Said It for 10 points.
This is one of the most famous historical novels ever written, and it is also revered as one of the world's greatest adventure stories. This book contains the words, all for one and one for all. Its heroes, Athos, Porthos, and Aramis, symbolizes the spirit of youth, daring, and...
JJ.
The Three Musketeers.
Well.
And it's also a tasty candy bar, too, in the United States.
Yeah, the Three Musketeers. Pretty tasty. And JJ, you get to choose.
Who Said It for 20, please?
Who Said It? 20 points.
This document declares, to no man will we sell or deny or delay right or justice. It was a compact between the English King John and his barons, specifying the king's grant of certain liberties to the English people.
JJ.
Magna Carta.
Or we would have taken the Great Charter. And it was, of course, reissued 1216, 1217, and 1225. Bygone, you've got to take a chance, and JJ, you get to choose.
Who Said It for 30, please?
Who Said It? 30 points.
In 1912, a British politician, James Bryce, described blank as the greatest liberty that man has ever taken with nature. It is one of the two most strategic artificial waterways in the world, the other being the Suez Canal. It is the lake and lock type connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans.
JJ.
Panama Canal?
Yes, it is the Panama Canal. And Bygone, I heard you mouth the words, but you didn't take the chance and just buzz in. JJ, you get to choose.
Same category for 40, please.
Right? Who Said It? 40 points.
This philosophy's first principle, according to one of its chief exponents, is man is nothing else but what he makes of himself. As a self-conscious movement, it is primarily a 20th century phenomenon embracing Martin Heidegger, Karl Jaspers, Jean-Paul Sartre. However, its characteristic features occur earlier, especially with the 19th century thinkers Friedrich Nietzsche and Soren Kierkegaard. What is this family of philosophers?
Now let's remember Sisyphus as he... JJ.
Existentialism?
Yes, it's existentialism.
It's a philosophy that says the greatest priority is the existence of me, of man, thus existentialism.
Didn't want to give it away by just using the word existence.
No, that would have been too good.
And JJ, you get to choose.
Closing the category.
All right, who said it? 50 points.
This person said that breakfast cereal is made of all those little curly wooden shavings you find in pencil sharpeners. His first book, The Gremlins, was written for Walt Disney and later became a popular movie. His children's book, James and the Giant Peach, written for his own children, was a popular success. Who is this British writer, a popular author of ingenious, irreverent children's books and of adult horror stories?
James and the Giant Peach. I think we all flipped through it as children. You can see his name on the cover.
The Gremlins, Gizmo.
5 seconds. Nope. Roald Dahl was who we were going for. And now, why don't we go with Sfx Trivia for 30 points. Sometimes special effects makeup renders the appearance of actors and actresses so much that the audience may not recognize them. It is a very difficult process for both the actor and the makeup artist. In the film How the Grinch Stole Christmas, prosthetic makeup that this actor wore took 3 hours to apply. He felt so horribly confined and uncomfortable in the latex skin, he needed counseling from a Navy SEAL who taught him torture resistance techniques. Who is the comedic actor who played the Green Grinch? Bygone.
Jim Carrey.
Bygone, it's good to see you on the board. You get to choose.
Sfx Trivia for 40 points.
Okay, staying with the same category, Sfx Trivia, 40 points. You have probably seen people all being beheaded or getting very bloody. This is all made possible through special makeup, and to create a damaged or distorted face, makeup artists use this. Often sponge is used as the material for this, but more recently, silicone is used too. Originally, this was made from wax impressions of the features of the deceased and were used in Egypt and Rome as models for sculpted portraits. What is this? JJ.
Death mask.
Yes. In medieval Europe, the death mask itself served as a memorial effigy. This use for famous persons persisted into the 20th century. And JJ, you get to choose.
Our bodies for 30, please.
Our bodies, 30 points.
Paul C. Lauterbur, who's 74 years old, and Sir Peter Mansfield, who's 69 years old, were honored for work they did independently of each other in the 1970s. They won the Nobel Prize in Medicine on October 5th for discoveries that led to this. It is the body scanning technique that has revolutionized the detection of disease by painlessly revealing...
Bygone.
MRI?
Yes, it is the MRI. Magnetic resonance imaging. It's very expensive, but very effective because it shows your organs in 3D detail, right?
I think they shoot a dye into your body and they like scan you for the magnetic thing and it picks up the 3D images that way through the dye.
I didn't know that they
Don't quote me on that, though. But I'm 90%, 95% sure.
And Bygone, you get to choose.
Sfx Trivia for 4 points.
Okay, closing the category. Sfx Trivia for 50 points. Occasional actor, better known as Oscar-winning special effects makeup artist, Rick Baker is one of the best known in his field in Hollywood. Early on in his career, Baker was especially fascinated with gorillas, and his work in 3 movies featuring them shows this well. This is why this director, who was getting ready to direct the remake of Planet of the Apes, called Rick Baker first for the makeup of gorillas and monkeys. Who is this person who also directed Batman? Bygone.
Tim Burton.
Very good. And Bygone, you have the choice of 2 questions. What will you have?
Yeah. Our bodies for 40.
Okay, our bodies, 40 points, please.
Indians who live high in the Andes Mountains have about 20% more blood than inhabitants of lower areas. Their extra blood consists primarily of this, which carry the hemoglobin needed to absorb oxygen.
JJ.
Red cell.
Bygone, it's your chance to answer. Please finish the question.
Primarily of this, which carry the hemoglobin needed to absorb oxygen. The extra oxygen is necessary to survive in thinner air at great heights. This gives the blood its characteristic color and carry oxygen from the lungs to the tissues. What is this component of blood?
Bygone, 5 seconds. Bygone.
Red blood cell.
We would have also taken red corpuscles or the erythrocyte as the correct answer.
By the way, have you guys ever been to a place where it's really, really high altitude? Like not just high, but really high?
No.
Like one time I went to Colorado, and you know, the Rocky Mountains are there. And I think they call it the 15ers, because like 15,000 foot peaks, which is not even that high compared to like Mount Everest. But even when I was up there, we were like kind of walking, hiking. And after like 10 steps, I was seriously out of breath. It was amazing how thin air really does have that kind of effect. I mean, firsthand when I experienced it, I was like, wow. Anyways, okay.
And we have just 1 question left on the board. We have our bodies, 50 points.
Among his many achievements, this astronomer chalked up one about man's inner world. It was he who realized that man's visual apparatus is so constructed that it can produce only invented images.
JJ.
Hubble?
Bygone, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
This German astronomer and natural philosopher is noted for formulating and verifying the 3 laws of planetary motion. These laws are now known as...
Bygone.
Kepler.
Yes. And with that very strong answer, Bygone, you made a great effort. However, JJ, you've won yet again. 6 wins. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your 4th win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your 5th win, a trip to Hawaii. Your 6th win, a trip to the United States. And on your 7th win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Bygone, it was a pretty tough game for you guys. What do you want to say to your supporters back home?
Well, we want to say thank you for the supporters behind us, and thank you for the guys watching TV now. And we didn't make it, but it was a great time for us. Yeah, thank you.
I'm glad you guys had a good time. Thank you very much for joining us. And JJ, so you've won 6. How do you feel?
Happy, happy, happy.
Very happy?
Yeah, very happy. Well, but we didn't play well, so kind of sorry for them at the same time.
Congratulations again. And with that, JJ has won 6 in a row. Let's see what happens next week. Join us again then. Have a great week. Bye-bye.